everyone, welcome to the Urban Sewing Society, where we bring fashion and creativity to your neighborhood. My name is Jen and I am the Urban Sewist. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know I've been gone for a while, but for good reason. I have been working on finishing my 3 looks for the Sustainable Fashion Week Zero Waste and Upcycling Challenge. And I'm glad to say that I was super pleased with the products that came out of the materials that were given and my upcycle and my freestyle. And I can't wait to share those with you. In fact, I'm so excited to share them with you that today I'm going to show you how to make one of the items that I presented as part of my freestyle. And it is a denim skirt, but it's not just any denim skirt. It is a denim skirt that was created from 6 pairs of denim jeans. So I'm going to show you how I disassembled them and then reassembled them to make this beautiful flared, rugged kind of edgy skirt. And I really love it. And I'm planning to make another one out of some regular blue denim. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and click on that bell so that you can get an update every time I release a new video. Okay, so let's get started.
First thing I did was head out to the thrift store and look for black jeans. And I tell you, it was not easy. Black jeans are not easy to find, but I managed to walk away with about 8 pairs of black denim jeans. I ended up using 6 of the 8 pairs of jeans to make this skirt. The other 2 pair I used for other projects, which I will talk to you about in the coming weeks. If you are wondering how I clean some of my thrifted items, head over to my IG page and my IGTV. I have a segment in there where I talk about cleaning some of your thrifted items and what products to use. So the first thing I did was I started to cut apart all the jeans. I cut them into quarters, 2 fronts, 2 backs. I did leave the zippers and the pockets on, but eventually I cut the zippers off and I stitched down the pockets and removed the extra fabric from the inside. One of the pairs of jeans had this button fly closure, and I thought I was going to use it on something. I actually still have it. I never used it on this project. Once I cut all the legs out, I laid them out on the floor in a circular fashion. Now, some of the legs were skinny jeans, some of them were wide legs, so I really had to play around with each one of the legs and be really strategic about which ones I put next to which. So here you see me laying them out, and then I went in. Of course, I had a little help from Jax, and I pinned them together, and I started to kind of curve them. I didn't sew all the way, I didn't pin all the way to the bottom because I wanted the bottom to be kind of jagged. And once I realized I couldn't get a full circle, I just did 2 half circles and pinned those together. And so I put about 5 or 6 pins on each leg, and then I picked it up and held it up next to me. What I knew is that I wanted the back of the skirt to be long, like hitting the floor, and I wanted the front of the skirt to be hiked up just a little bit. So the back was fine, and then I tried the front. I wanted to make sure that the front was higher than the back, and as you can see, the front is about 4 inches higher. So now we have the front and the back. I just held them up next to me to make sure that they were going to sit just right. I still had to add a waistband, but for right now, it was perfect. I don't think I could have asked for better. The front was just high enough, and it was actually going to be a little bit lower than this because the waistband is about 5 inches wide, and I'll show you that a little later. But I really like the way this came out. So I ended up taking this to my sewing machine and I sewed the panels together. At first I stitched on top, but I really didn't like the look that it was giving me. So I stitched each panel together and I stopped right at the crotch area either in the front or the back. Once I stitched them together, I did a top stitch. And you see here, I top stitched right to where it opens. And I left it open because I just like the fact that you could see the pockets, the zippers, everything at the bottom. The other thing I did was I stitched down the pockets. So wherever I had a pocket that had an inside cotton piece, I stitched it on top, and then I cut that cotton piece out the inside because I didn't want those flaps falling over and showing themselves. Next, I put the skirt on my dress form. Now you can absolutely try this on yourself and look in the mirror and make the adjustments, but on the dress form it is a lot easier. Once I put it on the dress form, I realized what kind of style I wanted the skirt to look like. I decided I wanted a split in the front, and down the road I ended up using some eyelets near the top to create a design feature right at the top of the split in the opening. I also used another leg that I had left over for a waistband. I wanted a really thick waistband, and this leg was the perfect width. It was about 4.5, almost 5 inches, and I was able to use the pocket on the leg as a design feature, and you'll see that later in a close-up. Again, if you have a dress form, great. If not, you can do this laid out flat on your table. I just started to pin the skirt to the waistband. Of course, I fit the waistband to my waist and then pinned it on the dress form. And then I started to pin the skirt to the waistband. Now, I did leave the raw edge of the waistband showing. I really like that texture, and it ended up being much easier for me to add the skirt to the waistband by having the raw edge exposed. And so that worked out really good. And again, I will show you a close-up of that a little later. So now that I've got the skirt attached to the waistband, now I try on the skirt. As you can see, a lot of the leg is left over. I kept that in there because I just didn't want to cut it, and then I ended up being short, so I left it in there. I eventually did trim it, but it was after I put the eyelets in and everything was done. I just didn't want to take any chances. So this opening in the side is absolutely perfect, and it's perfect because even with it just on kind of naturally, it's open, so that when I put the eyelets, when I add the eyelets to the split, I can use that to kind of pull it together. And I really like the way this came out. I love the fullness of the skirt. Everything about it is exactly the way I envisioned. I like that it's open here because I can layer this. You'll see at the end how I styled it on top of a dress, on top of some culottes, on top of pants, on, you can put so many things up underneath this with it being open like that. I'm going to show you how I added the waistband to the skirt. I took that one leg, folded it in half, and then I sandwiched the skirt, the top of the skirt, in between the two pieces of fabric. You see here I'm pinning the top of the skirt to the inside of the waistband, and I had about maybe 6 or 7 inches left over that I didn't cut off until I was done with the skirt, just in case I needed it. So here you see me top stitching and leaving the raw edge open, and you can also see where I folded over a little bit of the skirt, so I had a little bit of gathers and pleats here and there. Okay, so the next time you'll see the skirt, it'll be finished. I skipped on over to the thrift store and I find these great pair of boots for $3, and I could not resist. I brought them home, and I took an extra pair of jeans and decided to cover the boots. Yes, as you can see, I did this really kind of off the cuff. I have covered shoes before, but I had these big pieces left, and I thought this pocket with the Kenneth Cole little label on the top, I thought that would be so perfect. So I took some E6000 glue and I used that on the boots. I used my clips to hold it in place, and I cut some smaller pieces and just really pieced everything together along the boots. I used the bigger pieces on the outside, and when I got to the inside, I cut smaller strips. I let it dry overnight, and then I took an X-Acto knife and a razor blade and literally just kind of sliced along the sole so that I would get a nice clean finish. And then I even took some fabric and I wrapped the heel. So you can see here, I'm holding it up to the mirror, but I did wrap the heels because I thought that just looked so much better. And I love the way these came out. They are so sharp. I ended up adding a little rivet on one of the boots. I may go back and add some more later. So here you can see how the bottom of the skirt is really jagged, and I love the design style. I paired it with this bustier and bolero jacket, which I will show you how to make the bolero jacket in the next couple of weeks, but I wanted you to see how you can wear a dress up underneath with a little pop of color. There's so many options with this skirt. And this just shows you how much flair is in the skirt. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you'll try this, and please be sure to reach out and tag me once you finish. All right, see you next time. Bye.